I started getting popular on the poetry scene. I was like, wait a minute, if I can't get on stage, these poetry spots be so dead and dry, I could be known as a comedian to come shake up the poetry scene.
That's what I would do also.
And that's what I was like, I don't know, we think a lot in terms of how you get better, you know what I'm saying, and always sharpen the sword. You know, at your age and at my age, you know, for this is not being cocky or anything, but we've been holding our weight for a long time. Through types of technologies, man. VHS, beta, we remember all of that shit. Motherfucker, VHS, beta, CD, CD-ROM, Blu-ray, links. That's a lot of motherfucking years of technology, son. That's a lot of, and that when I say that, because these motherfuckers like to talk a lot of shit, hey, old man, all that type of shit. But see how long a motherfucker can hold a weight. And not just pity party, like, yeah, I saw him on so-and-so, so I gave him a couple chuckles. I'm talking about, no, motherfucker, pound for pound, let's go. And they don't do that no more. They don't do the United States, you gotta be there every night, but you gotta stay sharp. You gotta get on it if you're a comedy fiend, and that's what I am.
When your mind switches into that comedy fiend mode, where life isn't even life anymore, your whole life is writing, watching, or getting on stage.
Right.
There's a part of your career where, for me, it was the 3-year mark. Where for 3 years, I didn't know what was popular on TV. I didn't know anything.
You was in it.
I rented the BET Comedy All-Star tape with Martin doing the warm-up with Joe Torre. And I rented Rodney Dangerfield's Young Comedian Special with Dice and Bill Hicks. And if I wasn't on stage writing, I was watching those two things.
That nut, I know.
Studying. Moves, hand gestures.
Man,
what's the young brother from New York that was killing in New York when you went back in '94? He's still around.
Who?
Good-looking young brother.
Bill Bellamy. Yeah.
He was like the king of New York.
Man, let me tell you, Bill Bellamy is one of the reasons he endorsed me to be on Def Jam when I tricked Bob Sumner into taking a phone call from me. I called up there. I had Def Jam's office number, and I was like, man, I need an audition. I can't go up there and say, what is the procedures, or do I send a tape? I said, I got to call up there and act like I already know these motherfuckers. I said, yo, this Donnell, where Bob at? Put him on the phone. The receptionist was like, who is it? I said, never mind, look, tell Bob. She was like, wait. She put him on the phone. Who is it, Donnell? I tricked the receptionist, blah, 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 blah. I had an open for a lot of the guys that under your management or whatever. I just want a shot. And he said, can you come this Thursday? I said, I'm working this Thursday. He said, nigga, you got a job. How you a real comedian? You got a job. But I'm sure, and I had worked after that, I had worked with Bill Bellamy. And Bill Bellamy was the one that dropped the seed in Bob Sumner's ear, up in his brain, for him to let me get an audition.
And then you got on Def Jam.
I got on Def Jam.
What year was this?
This was like 98. I was doing comedy for 6 months when I made Def Jam.
And did your life change?
It didn't change. It didn't change. The reason why it didn't change at that time for Def Jam, you for your life to change, you had to have an explosive set. Now you could have a set where you could make some money for a couple of years because it was such a demand for black comedy that everybody was doing rooms. And the biggest credit for a black comedian was Def Comedy Jam. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have to be the baddest motherfucker. You just had to be on Def Jam. The promoter could be like this, from Def Comedy Jam. The brand sold itself. Hopefully you get one of the marquee people, but if not, you still getting somebody from Def Jam. So with me, I was really young. When I made it, I made it, Def Jam. I was doing comedy for 6 months. And I taped Def Jam. I was doing comedy for 11 months. I was green. I didn't know nothing about those bright lights or whatever. I told a story about this fat kid taking my bike when I was a kid. It was my signature bit in DC. It was a bit where it was animated, I acted out. But I'll be honest, my set wasn't explosive. Even keep it real, I thank Michael Blackson for me even making the cut, because when you tape Def Jam, it's 4 comics that tape. One person always gonna get cut. Everybody didn't make it. One person, and whoever had the not the wackest, but the least funny, they was gonna get cut. And I'll be honest, it was me, some Anthony, God damn it, hang with Steve Harvey. My brain is catching a fart now. J. Anthony Brown. J. Anthony Brown, some more. This guy named J. Anthony Brown, some more. Wyatt, me. It was 4 or 5 tapes. Me, Michael Blackson, and my set was just okay. Michael Blackson destroyed the room. Michael Blackson was ripping this room, just demolished this room. It's going crazy. And at the end of it, say he already damn it in the middle of a standing O. And with the African, you want to focus. You want time African. You know what that mean? And then everybody said, what? He said, I have a big dick. Everybody's like, and they was like, you want to see my dick? They was like, yeah. And they thought, and then this motherfucker pulled out a prosthetic dick about 5 feet long, right? 5 feet long, big black veiny, a big ass horse dick, and he started waving around, and it ripped the room. But Def Jam was coming under a lot of flack because they was like, all right, this shit is getting too crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, now y'all pulling out big ass dicks. How far we gonna take a dick joke? And Mike said, this far, right? And that Mike got cut off of it because his set was, he could have closed. He got cut because of that, and it gave me the opportunity to be on the show. But it didn't what it did for me is it started, I could have other conversations with people, promoters and different shit. I'm still doing a chilling circuit, but it's like, oh shit, it's a reference point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that is the guy from Def Jam. And like back then, they knew you by a joke you told. You know what I'm saying? It's like Royale, he did his joke where he said, I ain't scared of you. I'm not, he said, y'all not gonna make me nervous tonight. And then he takes his coat off and turns around and put on the mic stand, and he's got a gun in his backside. So they knew him as the dude with the gun in the back. At the time, Chris Tucker was known as the pissed off man. Because when Chris Tucker was on Def Jam, he got seen by Bob Sumner. Bob Sumner was a talent coordinator. I don't know if you know, but they had a really popular black comedy competition called the Bay Area Black. It was over in Oakland. It ran for like 15 or 20 years. If I'm not mistaken.
What's his name? Won it a couple times.
Who?
Mr. Cooper.
Yep.
Exactly. Mr. Cooper.
Yep. That launched him.
Yes.
That launched him. That was the direct, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Marcus King, who used to manage Jamie, I think he was affiliated with some kind of way, but whatever it was, when it came to black comedy, that's where you went. And Chris Tucker was a part of that competition. And Chris Tucker, he didn't win the competition. I think he came in like second. And at the time, Chris Tucker had like 6 minutes. That's it. But in this business, sometimes people think you got an hour and a half. Sometimes all you need is 3 minutes of the right shit. And it's gone.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.